Hi everyone, Miss Jean here. Today's mini adventure is called Sheela, and you'll find out soon why. Our story today all starts with Principal Reader's morning worship with his teachers at Discovery Mountain Academy. Reader shared this verse from the book of James, and Mrs. Torres can't stop thinking about it. Here's the verse. Pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their trouble. Now, Mrs. Torres is about to exercise her faith, all with a little encouragement from Mrs. Lee. Let's join Mrs. Lee and Mrs. Torres at the academy. They're in the teacher's room getting ready for a day of classes. Let's join them.
Amanda, I can't stop thinking about something.
Oh, could you pass me the teaspoon, please?
A teaspoon. Oh, yes, here you go. I need a nice mug of tea to get me through this day of teaching, too.
Well, the water is almost boiled. I'll make you one.
Thank you.
Oh, what can't you stop thinking about?
The verse that Reader shared with us at worship this morning.
Oh, me too. It was, pure religion is helping widows and orphans in their time of trouble.
It made me think of my sister, of course.
That's right. Your sister lost her husband not too long ago. Is she doing all right?
As well as can be expected. I need to call her again, maybe visit her and encourage her.
That sounds like pure religion to me. Here, Mrs. Torres, take a mug of tea with you to your classroom.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. I just can't shake that verse. I wish that there was more that I could do to help.
I know just how you feel.
You do?
Yeah. Let's see if I have his picture here in my planning book. Oh, here it is. Look.
Oh, such a handsome young man. How old is he?
Well, he's 8 now, but in this picture, he must be, 7 at the oldest. It was taken soon after he arrived.
Arrived?
At Sunrise Home.
Oh, is Sunrise Home an orphanage?
Yes, in India.
Mrs. Lee, there you are.
Lana, what's wrong?
Well, Logan thought that it would be fun to feed Cheddar and Cheeser blueberries.
Oh, dear.
It's okay, they love them, but
They got blueberry juice all over their cage?
all over their fur, so we decided we should give them a bath.
And you took the mice out of the cage, put them in the sink to give them a bath, and now what?
Cheeser is behind the bookcase, we think.
Mouse on the loose. You should have started there. Let's go.
Good luck.
I thought I'd have a nice calm morning with a cup of tea. And well, off I go. Lana, where's Cheddar?
Cheddar? He's still in the sink having a bubble bath, I think.
Let's go.
Oh, Amanda forgot the photo. I'll take it to her later. All right, future scientists. Your teacher is on her way to enlighten you.
Mrs. Torres tucked the photo of the boy in her planner and went about her day teaching. Every so often, she thought about that Bible verse again. Finally, the bell rang and Mrs. Torres packed up her books to go home. Then something fell out of her planner.
What's this? Oh, the photo of the little boy. I'll take that back to Amanda. Lana, did you ever find Cheeser?
Yeah, well then we all had to sanitize the sink and vacuum the carpets.
What a memorable morning.
I guess. But we'll never feed the mice blueberries again anyway.
Bye, Lana. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Mrs. Torres.
Amanda, you had an interesting morning, I hear.
Oh, yes. I am exhausted.
Here, the picture you showed me this morning.
Oh, thank you. I was looking for that.
He lives at the orphanage in India?
Yes, at Sunrise Home. Our class sponsors him. It's almost like he's part of our class, just on the other side of the globe.
How did you get involved with Sunrise Home? I didn't know that you'd traveled to India.
Oh, no, I haven't. Let's see. How did it start? That's right. It all started with Sheela.
A friend of yours?
No, my friend told me about Sheela. Here, pull up a chair and I'll tell you about her.
All right, I'm listening.
Sheela is now in her 20s, but when she was little, she lived in a small village in the hill country.
In India?
Yes, in the southern part. Her family was very poor. Her parents made a living by picking tamarind fruit.
Tamarind. I've heard of that, but I don't remember what it is.
Tamarind is a fruit. It grows in a brown pod that looks like a bean. The fruit inside is green and sort of tangy.
Oh, that's right. Sounds delicious.
That's what I've heard. I've never gotten to try it. Well, Sheila's parents picked the fruit and then traded it for things they needed.
Like other food and clothes and things.
Yes, exactly. This worked when the weather was good and there was plenty of tamarind to pick. But
When there was no fruit, there was nothing to trade?
yes, and then Sheela and her parents didn't get to eat. They went hungry.
That's terrible.
Yes. But sadly, Sheila's life became even more difficult. Her mother died, and her father struggled to take care of her.
That must have been difficult.
It was. Then Sheila's father remarried.
Oh, so she had someone to help take care of her.
Not exactly. It wasn't a happy ending. Sheila's father's new wife rejected her.
She rejected a child?
Yes, I don't know why. Sheela was sad and didn't have enough food to eat.
Couldn't anyone do anything to help her?
They did. A pastor heard about Sheila's situation and he did something brave.
Oh?
He spoke to Sheila's father and told him about Sunrise Home.
The orphanage.
Yes, he explained to her father that if he couldn't take care of Sheela, that Sunrise Home could provide a loving home where she would have good food, warm clothes, and receive an education.
But Sunrise Home is an orphanage. Her father was still alive.
True, but Sheela had lost one parent. She was a semi-orphan, and her living parent couldn't take care of her.
I see.
My friend showed me a picture of Sheela when she arrived at Sunrise Home. Her arms and legs were very skinny, but her stomach was big.
Ah, the distended belly is a sign of starvation.
Yes, she was starving. I'm sorry. I feel a little emotional remembering her story.
It's okay. I'm feeling the tears well up too. What happened to her?
Well, Sheela was very shy and quiet. Apparently, she's still shy, even now as a nursing student. But she found a family at Sunrise Home.
She found people who loved and cared for her. Pure religion.
Pure religion? Oh, yes, of course, like the verse reader shared with us.
I need to learn more about Sunrise Home.
Oh, come over here. I'll log on to the website of the organization that supports it.
Great. I'd love to learn more.
Oh, wait. First, there's something else we should do.
What's that?
Let's call your sister and pray with her.
Oh, Amanda, you are thoughtful. I've been meaning to call her all day.
There's no time like the present.
You're right. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you. It's always better to exercise our faith with a friend.
Sheila's story inspired Mrs. Lee and her classroom to sponsor an orphan boy in India. You know, I love Sheila's story. And do you want to know why? Well, she's my sponsor daughter. My daughters and I had the chance to meet her and visit Sunrise Home a number of years ago. Sunrise Home is in Boboli, India, and it's set in the middle of more than 10 acres of beautiful agricultural land. There, Sheela grew up with other children and adults who loved and cared for her. You can learn more about Sunrise Home and the work that the organization that sponsors it is doing around the world by visiting the website, just like Mrs. Torres and Mrs. Lee are doing. Visit childimpact.org. Now, Mrs. Torres and Mrs. Lee both exercise their faith today, and we can exercise our faith in the same way. There are hurting people all around us, both orphans and widows. Reach out to one today, and you'll make your day a little brighter too. I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to a mini adventure in Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Visit us at discoverymountain.com, where you can learn more about your favorite characters and listen to full episodes on demand. Until next time, stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Sheela was written by Jean Boonstra. Find out more about Sheela's orphanage, Sunrise Home, at childimpact.org.